connect. Let me know when you're good so I can host.
Looks like we're good.
Chat. Let me know
All
when
right,
you're good.
take two. Welcome
Biofrost
to
here, letting everyone know.
advertising. Showed it.
Welcome to making money.
All right, take three. Welcome to DieDragonDie presents the Demonwatch campaign, episode 10. I'm your DM and host Marty. I'm joined by Adam and Ahmed. Adam is playing Fi and Ventarin. Ahmed is playing Eldon Burrows and Lan Halfhorn. We've got a couple of NPCs that are following the party around, Icon and Chase. And why don't we get into what the heck happened last game?
There were flies. They were bad.
You're bad.
And then there was a stone cube. and the stone cube was interesting. And then we opened the stone cube.
Yes.
And then we touched something.
And then we let the DM do something weird to us.
No.
Basically,
Basically,
we're like,
we could have looked in there and said, nope,
All right.
and walked away.
we have no
Few
idea.
more words than that. I will
happened.
describe what happened last game. Okay, episode 9, Scrolls and Sanctums. Hadrian sets out to try to reach Defender's Heart, a place rumored to be a meeting place for the Crusaders and survivors alike. Fi worries about the necromantic dust that has been spread across the city. The Crusaders, without Hadrian, decide to head to the ruins of the Nazirian Manor, one of the cultist meeting places mentioned in the Templars' letter as a potential meeting spot for cultists or a planning location that Hosilla, the Templar that you killed in the Undercity, was commanded by some mysterious person to go and clean up. They traversed through the creepy streets of post Terran's down attack on Valderas. They encountered some undead trapped in rubble. Fi suspects that the dust does indeed create lesser undead, at least the quantities that were lightly dusted on the rest of the city and not the concentrated tendril of dust that touched down.
Yeah.
Might be worse there. Happy thoughts. They traveled to the Nasirian Manor, which was a once proud manor of a very rich and noble house in Valderas. They were known to be shrewd traders. They were rivals of Bortha de Gyrix on several trading fronts. He never really trusted them, and there were some vile rumors about this creepy old patriarch that was over 100 years old, like the great grandfather of the more public patriarch of the Nazirian household, that still crept around in the manor, and there was just sort of strange that you never Fi, that you've never heard of such a wizard as. After defeating some flies that came over that were some demonic flies that were feeding on corpses around the ruins of the wall, they found in the rubble a chamber that had been ensorcelled and perhaps created via magic. Using a passwall scroll, they were able to breach the chamber and found a figure that was underneath a shroud. They weren't able to move the shroud, like it was like consistency of stone, yet it looked like still fabric. They found a massive book that had a trap in it. They weren't able to move the book. The entrance, aside from the passwall spell, was a heavily trapped door. And then they also found these really silky, powerful-looking black robes that were just sort of hung up on a hook. Everything in the room was covered with a light dust, like it's been here for a while. And you were able to fish out the robes, but when you started to try to fish out the book, you set off a trap. And light began to absorb the party one by one. And then I'm going to let kind of slip some knowledge you don't quite know yet, like it's done many times before to other beings. And then Lan had yelled out a bunch of words.
Effing Fi.
Because Fi was like, "Get the book now."
I was trying to knock it over with your spear.
Right. those words are still ringing in Phi's ears as you begin to all gain consciousness. And you hear a strange voice in your head. And I'm going to open up something called the Nazirian Tome. And I need you guys to roll a initiative to see who, in what order you guys are now standing in this strange place.
I wasn't surprised.
Yes.
Okay. Do you mean, or is
I
initiative
will.
read up?
So initiative rolls.
Yep.
All right. So Phi's.
Are we adding our
15?
decks?
Yeah, just roll
Yeah.
initiative.
Phi rolled a 10. Ventarin rolled a 10.
Add a 15 for Eldon, 10 for Line.
Chase. Oh,
Yeah, if you could roll them all while I'm setting something up.
Chase rolls
Yeah.
a 1.
Okay.
Icon rolls a 13. I think Icon is first.
I rolled the 15.
You rolled a 15 and then added
Yeah.
a bonus.
Yep. I don't think there's a temp, right, Marty? I'm getting rid of that temp.
You are no longer in the world wound, correct?
Yeah. All right.
Does anybody have favored terrain extra
Cosmic
dimensional
shit.
magic space?
It's even weirder than that. Although
Are
not
we
a bad
two-dimensional?
guess. Yeah. What did Chase roll?
Chase got a 1.
1. Okay. Ventarin got a
10.
10. Icon 13.
Icon
you
got a
said?
13
And Phi?
and got a 10.
Okay. Let me just sort this. All right, so Eldon is first in order. Oops, I lose you guys. I'm on a map called the Hidden Forward.
It's the only one available.
Okay. And I'm going to give a little bit of light to Icon because there is a light effect going. Which is why I probably disappeared. Okay, so Eldon is the first in here. Icon is next. Then it's Phi. Then it's Ventarin. Then it's Land. Then it's Chase. Okay. You begin to hear a voice. You're in a very strange spot in that there's ground, and to one side of you, you can see that there's this very rough, yellowy, kind of flaky material along the walls. But there's not much space for you to move sideways, like screen out.
Okay, yeah.
You can see behind you and you can see in front of you. You can see up and you can just see this wallpaper of strange...
Just let me know if Phi's awake.
Alright, so I'm describing a bunch of things and you can see some letters up ahead written along the wall, if you want to call it. There is a floor here.
Isn't Icon before Phi?
Yeah. So there's a... Oh, let me draw this a little bit better. There is a rough floor kind of leading you.
Okay.
And you appear. And you hear a strange voice in your head, Phi. Give me an int check. You can use your double int score because it's recalling information.
Okay. 20.
It's the same old man's voice that interrupted the weird dream sequence that you had before. Greetings. I am the benefactor. I am speaking to you from between the pages of this fell tome, a powerful and dire grimoire penned by a mad demigod in a bygone age. Throughout the eons, fell necromancers, evil rulers, and mighty conjurers have employed the book to steal and capture the essence of powerful entities for their own use. The last to use this book was an enigmatic and troubled wizard known to many as simply Bompa Nazirian, who absorbed the essences of heroes and demons alike for his own consumption. With each cannibalization, he became something else, but fragments still remain within its pages. As I have calculated, you are able to hear my voice as each of you have the potential to become great heroes. A champion, a guardian, a hierophant, an archmage, a marshal, a trickster. And become great heroes you must. It appears that, there's some narration going on here.
Is this interactive or like a looping illusion? Hello?
And become great heroes you must, for this is a grim time indeed. While some believe this is the age of the last generation of heroes, I beg to differ. There's some, indignation there. How many angels can dance on the head of a needle? Irrelevant. How do you find such a needle in an infinite haystack? You make one. Within these pages are stored the remnants of heroes and monsters absorbed by the book, the fragments of greatness. Traverse the hidden pages and find them. Take the fragments of the mantle of heroes. Be warned. There are entities antithesis to your goals. As many powers behind the book, inside the book, do not want you to succeed. And time on this plane is incongruous, as I have calculated. And death here is to consign your being to its pages. The benefactor. And you can feel the voice receding.
So not interactive then. So is Fi and Ventarn looking particularly thin right now, or are they looking normal?
Fi and Ventarn? What do you mean?
Or Icon and Ventarn, like a person in front of me and person behind me.
No, they're there. It's just that there's no room to move beside them. Like there's you get the sense that there's just no way to move by them. And it's Icon's light that is lighting up this place forward, kind of up and forward, and you can see that there is a ground. And you can see some letters up ahead. And you can see like the.
Yep. All right.
It's like a long hallway, essentially. Is what
Eldon's gonna move forward.
Okay, so Eldon, you begin to move forward. We'll just say you take a double move.
Sure.
And you see that more of the ground continues.
What is going on?
This is a very valid question.
Can I put my sling in?
Yeah, you have your weapon. You've got your sling out. And the ground does continue, and you can see words. The hidden...
I think we are in 2 dimensions right now. Well, 3 dimensions, but really 2 dimensions, because we're normally in 4 dimensions. at least, plus another one to name the plane.
What the
It
fuck?
really depends on how you count. There's at
Um,
least 2.
Chase is actually flying above your heads.
But he's in one line. Like, he's in one, like, plane, right?
I wonder what it says.
The hidden full something.
We need to make our way out of this trap.
Icon, can you move along? I need your light, please.
Actually, are we able to? Are we stuck in our order? Actually,
No.
so how do I pass him?
There's enough room for you to go by him, but you know that you can't end up where he is. You could also push him if you wanted to. And you get the sense that he's eating up, like, all the space. You could... give me an int check.
25.
You could stand on top of him if you wanted. It's like there's this force around him that... You could actually, like, stack on top of him like a block.
Ventarin, give me a boost. Look.
Hey, what...
You don't feel
like,
that, do you?
You're not even... You're just kind of standing above the space that he's in, and there was a light, like, almost like magnetic effect, where it was pulsing you away from him as you're passing through him.
We are in 2 dimensions, which means I don't have any stuff in me, so I can stand on you and not crush you because I don't have any stuff because I'm only 2 dimensions.
Chase lands on top of Phi. Actually, Chase is small enough that he just wiggles into your magnetic field.
Huh. This is very disconcerting.
What?
We are
Damn it, Phi!
in the book. Is that right? Yeah, but they said they needed a hero, so I assume that means you and short stuff over there. So let's go find you guys your bits of last Guardian essence or memories. But remember, he said they also ate the demons. Got little indigestible monster bits in here too. Be careful.
Okay, so you just hopped down from Icon? Yeah, you hopped over him. Chase was actually left behind. He's like, hey! And he goes and he tries to enter Eldon Square, but ends up just sort of sitting on top of Eldon.
It appears as some of the rules from our previous existence still functioning.
Icon actually goes forward and bumps into you and actually pushes you forward.
That's it.
Like almost like effortlessly.
We don't have mass, punk. Can Ventarin push both of them?
Are they resisting?
I don't know.
No. So Ventarin actually slowly pushes 2 of them forward.
This is going to be a problem. If
Chase goes over and is trying to push Lan and can't.
Okay.
Icon, Ventarin, back up. Actually, no. Haha!
Okay, you actually went haha and you jumped, and you actually jumped 5 feet into the air and then came back down.
Oh. I shall call you Mario. It appears there's some sort of... Maybe there's some sort of, like, axis grid-like thing that applied over the page, where essence sort of have to pool into certain locations. Like, I can be up here, or I could be down here,
Yeah, well, you jumped and you did eventually come back down.
Yeah.
You didn't just stick.
But I have a hard time Oh, that's just the height of the jump?
Yep.
No mess. I push Eldon over.
Okay, Eldon, do you resist?
I can't really see that far.
Do you resist Phi pushing you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
give me a CMB, Phi.
Hold.
Damn it.
Hold on, I can't see.
I could roll a 20. I
can't
roll an
see.
18. I roll an 18 and I add my bonus, which is not great.
Probably like +2 or something like that.
It's +2 right now because I still have I'm still jonesing from my meth high. I mean, carnage high.
My CMB is 19.
All right, so you push him forward.
I pushed him.
There was
See?
there was
He
concerted
can't
effort.
stop me because he's
Yep.
too small. Although he was kind of heavy. Maybe, well, he could be heavy. He has no mass. All right, now push me.
Fascinating, says Icon.
Can you push me?
Now you want me to push you?
Yes.
All right, I'll push you.
Are you resisting?
No.
Okay. Pushes you into Icon.
All right, time for a new hypothesis. Apparently, there's still some. It's not.
He was worming out of your way. He wasn't. He was not.
Yeah.
Just
He was
standing
trying
there
not to be
and-
pushed.
Yeah.
All right. So. It is the hidden forward. Forward.
Okay. You go forward along this strange ground and pass by these big letters that are
I wonder if
stained into the really fibrous material.
I wonder if there's a way to get through the edge to get to the epilogue. Should be on the other side.
Okay. You eventually come to a ledge. A 5-foot drop.
Alden takes a bullet.
Okay.
Actually, he just throws it up like 10 feet.
Okay, it goes up. And it comes back down.
Does it behave normally?
There's something odd about the throws here.
So if I jump up, how high can I go? How hard is it when I land?
Okay, give me a jump check.
Okay.
Oh no, that's too hard. Too hard. You have no mass.
My jump is jump +8. There you are.
It's 5x4 without a...
9.
So you would have jumped 2 feet. Instead, you jumped 7 feet.
Oh, never mind. You just
It appears
really bad at
that
jumping.
our weight it changes with ability to jump. He just hops off the edge. Whoop.
Okay, 5 feet down. Oh, it's 10 feet down. Give me a jump check.
You have no mass. You might be very brittle.
16.
You're able to hop down without taking any damage.
8. Okay, I'm just gonna keep moving, but I'm actually moving this way.
I'm going to dangle off the ledge and then drop down.
Dangleberries, haha.
Give me a climb. Okay, you dangle off the ledge and fall down, taking no damage. I think Icon's going to do an acrobatics check. 6. Yeah, he's able to hop down as well without taking any damage.
Ventarn will climb, then drop.
Yep. Chase just simply does this weird fly.
Although it's weird because it's actually easier for him to. He's got a better bonus on the jump check. It's fine.
Land. +16, I think, jump.
Yeah, he hops down.
Why? No, we want to go. That way should be the spine, and depending on how they laminate the book together, how it was bound. if it's got the modern double page or if it has the traditional single page. So you need to check the edge that way. What's
All
over
right.
here?
All right.
Okay.
Wow. What kind of binding are we in? What kind of bind are we in?
All right. So is Lan approaching the edge, Ahmed?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You notice that the wall becomes like really frayed, and the edge is really, really tattered, and some of the tatters seem to go out into oblivion.
Fuck that.
That
Nope.
we might be on the right-hand page.
Tell
We
you
should
what,
check
Fi,
the
you go
other
first.
side. Oh no, Eldon's in the way. I mean, let's go.
He
guys gonna march?
hops up. He jumps on top.
All right. So you're kind of like on this weird force field above their heads.
It's fine. He pops back down. You're afraid.
Oh, if I tries to hop on the Eldon side.
Eldon moves and you scamper down. What a wonderful place. We're inside the book. Now,
Yeah.
these are hidden pages?
It's probably a spell book, as I thought, but it might be a soul-stealing book. Steal souls, chop them up, take the good bits for yourself. It's kind of what he described.
Are you saying that our souls have been stolen?
Kinda, but I didn't mean for it to sound like that.
Perhaps
That's
the
not
point
a
of
great
this is to
thought.
find a way out.
Don't get chopped up.
Lan, you really didn't like the feeling of the oblivion at the edge of the pages.
Yeah. We're not going to be going that way, or any way that looks like that. Not me, anyways.
Forward.
Okay, you guys move forward.
Yeah.
And you can see that there is a drop. Oops, I'm not allowed to. Only the DM view.
We do the same thing.
Yeah, this is only a 5-foot drop.
Boop.
Okay, you see a hallway full of
Fuck.
writing.
Greetings, I'm the benefactor. I'm speaking to you from... interesting. Interesting seems to be the beginning of the speech.
Fi's going to wander over to the edge a little bit.
Okay, there's a hard wall. Like it seems to get really... You wander up to the edge and it seems to get really difficult to move forward. Like it's something squeezing against both sides of you. Like there's a wedge.
Is the stippling and decoration on this side, or is it on that side? Or is it is on this side?
It's only on one side, yeah.
Okay. Huh. I think we found the spine. Hey, look, it's a spine.
Yeah, some books might have decorations on the edges where the pages fray, but you could also have decorations on this side of the page where the binding's supposed to go, and you're not supposed to write anything.
Just don't write there, dumbass. It's impossible to read.
Right.
I was getting some water. Elden moves forward.
Okay, give me an int check.
Someone hit me with an int check +0.
As Eldon's saying, this looks like a speech.
6. Oh, do you want to give a new check?
Sure.
Yeah.
21.
It looks like
26
the
if it's
thing that was said to you when you first came in. Greetings, I'm the benefactor. I'm speaking to you from
If
between
we
the
were
pages of this.
faster, we could see if it was being generated as it was coming. You know, if it was...
Right.
What are you idiots up there waiting for? We need to go forward.
Okay, so there's this. I'm going to fast forward this particular scene as you guys begin to uncover
The forward.
the forward. Now there is a line between every one of these lines. I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna get down to the bottom one just to kind of speed this up a little bit. But yes, it is. It is exactly what was said to you, word for word, as you're uncovering it as you go.
Did my interruptions make it in or no?
No, your interruptions did not make it in. There's a bit of a more powerful drop here, but Lan is able to go down, and you're able to hop on his head.
We do have a rope, so
The rope does work.
Nice.
It's at this point where there's I guess it just kind of curves back and forth and then goes all the way down. So you are navigating the text of the tome, and you get down to near the end.
Is it in typeset or is it in calligraphy?
It's in, somebody wrote this. This is somebody's handwriting.
Okay.
I did not expect this at all.
Oh, it was on the list.
Give me a linguistics check.
The guy who wrote this was an idiot.
Don't tell him I said that.
So it tells you.
21.
It's written in Verosian, which is
Okay.
odd.
That wasn't a version name of the monster thing who had the book.
Bompa Nazirian.
Oh, I guess that is a version name. I was focused on the Bompa. That's on Nazirian.
Bompa, give me one more linguistics.
11.
Could be a title.
Okay.
Um,
Bompa makes me think like
but-
lizard folk or something.
21, you're seeing fragments of elvish touches to some of the letters. And what hand are you, Fi?
I think Fi's a lefty.
Is Fi a foxpaw?
Fi is a foxpaw.
Okay. All right. It's written in a right hand.
I think this was written by an elf or someone with a lot of elvish influence.
He sounded really old. Says Chase. Yeah, there was a warble to his voice that suggested great age.
Marty, were we able, all of us, able to hear the voice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just, oh, okay. I thought it was just fire.
No?
No. The could be the Zada, but I don't think Zadas get old.
All right, you continue down through the last warnings about their entities and to this to your goals. It's weird as you're passing by it, you're like reading these huge letters of the warnings. And death hears to consign your being to its pages. And then there's one final drop where apparently he has signed his name. There's definitely a floor.
It's a hell of a jump. Now, if I understand my perception of this realm correctly...
And there's a blazing symbol after the benefactor. You guys have wormed your way all the way down, back and forth, and then kind of dropped here.
If I have thought this through, which I most definitely haven't, we're at the very bottom of the page.
Agreed.
We still don't have a method of getting to another page unless we poke the big glowing bee over there.
Fine. I like the attention of detail that you have, but I sometimes think that you're an idiot.
I don't
Why
think you're an idiot.
Icon, can you please, guys, move forward because I need the light.
All right. And he hops up onto Venteran, kind of laughing. Icon is above all of you. He hops down.
I say that because whatever we're in is completely beyond what we can. There's no way for us to get out of here. Whoever
Touch
put
the
this
glowy
together,
bee. See what it does.
whoever put this together has thought.
Fi is
of-
going to ask Lan to hold to get ready to catch him, and then he's going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Does my head explode?
No, but the detect magic kind of flows out of your body and is now a thing right above your head. Let me just get a
You now
token
lose the
for-
ability to detect magic.
Nope. Now you can move your detect magic around
Independent?
at 10 feet per move.
Like I concentrate on it and move it around?
No, you just command it around. Where do you want your spell to go?
Alright, I'm going to make it go in front of Eldon so I don't see his... not thinking he's an idiot.
Alright, so let me just find a token.
Oh, you picked up on that now.
Let me just find a token representing a spell. Maybe a little fire or a gem or something like that. Yeah, we'll make it a little fire. So there's your detect magic.
Okay.
It's like everyone's like, "Huh, what is that?" And it's
You're
kind
gonna
of like
burn the page, fool! You'll kill us all!
and now you can move it in the round that you cast it 20 feet. Because it's a first level spell, right? No, it's a 0th level spell. Alright, you can move it 10 feet. Okay.
What the hell is that?
Detect magic, I think, involves a prism, so this is actually a prism of light. And
I believe we normally call that a spell mishap. But magic works funny here. I cast a cantrip, and now I have a giant floaty prism.
And you have to concentrate on detect magic. So yeah, you're still concentrating on it.
Yeah, no, yeah. I still, it's a standard action. Trying to think about it.
Okay, so you're not detecting any magic in the space that the detect magic is in.
Oh, I drop it on Eldon.
Okay, now there's the presence of magic.
We lost a dimension in our 3-dimensional space, giving us this tiny snapshot of the 2-dimensional. Because everything's compressed.
Okay,
So-
there's a bunch of items that I think Eldon has that are magical, and you're picking up things that you've already identified, like his sword, some of it.
I'm going to start aiming it towards the B, but I want to get to the T first.
Okay. Right, so you start sending your spell. It's like, this is going to take a while.
Is the ink magical?
No, because the spell is in front of the ink. The spell's taking up a square like you guys are.
That's interesting. Icon?
The sigil that you're looking at is actually like a 3-dimensional kind of like floating weird bee.
I'm going to keep this going towards the sigil.
Okay. Okay, it goes onto the sigil. You are detecting the presence of magic.
The sigil's magical.
There is a single aura. Give me a spellcraft check.
Shh, nobody spook it. 27.
Strong conjuration.
It's probably something that teleports or kills us all with a noxious gas.
Well, it's right beside the benefactor. He wouldn't be a
Right.
benefactor if he was just gonna kill us after writing us his long love letter. That'd be stupid.
True.
Chase runs into Eldon and pushes him.
Fi? Not Fi. Fi, that's me. Sorry, I thought my name was gone for a second there. Icon.
He's
Do you have
smiling.
any of your little healy blasts left?
Ah.
Or Chase. You have your... I saw you cast a Ray of Frost earlier.
Icon's got one Healy Blast left. Are you certain you wish me to use my healing magics for your experimentation?
That's why I'm thinking the little frosty things is probably better.
Yeah?
Azamars are resistant to cold, right? Resist cold 5?
Yeah.
Could you shoot Icon? Icon, come back here. Okay, Chase. Shoot Icon with the Frosty Ray gently.
Okay, so
Are you ready?
I am ready, says Icon. Chase casts a spell. It looks like the spell goes off.
What the?
And his ray of frost is this kind of physical thing that now forms in front of him.
I'm gonna get you!
And then he slowly moves it into Icon. And then rolls an attack roll. And hits Icon, who takes the ray.
Yep.
It disappears.
That's interesting.
That's not right. It should just kind of come out of my hands. It was all big.
Right. My detect magic is no longer being concentrated on.
Yeah, so it goes away.
I wonder what happens if we summon. I wonder what happens if I make an illusion. I wonder what happens if we cast a charm.
I would very much like to construct a book like this so I could tell the tale of Palor and Icon, says Icon. And then people could physically go into the book to bask in my glory.
We could make the best pop-up book ever. Imagine a babysitting pop-up book. Just stick the kids into it and they go play with teddy bears for a while.
So what are we doing? We're gonna stand around here?
No,
How
we're gonna
is
go touch
everyone-
the thing, but
How is
there
everyone
any-
feeling after the fight with the demonic flies, says Icon.
I was not touched.
This benefactor did warn
beyond
that
the
there are
acid.
entities antithesis to our goals here. Icon's the yellow guy, the Azamar cleric. Chase goes over and lands on his head.
Hey, how come I can't? There we go.
He wiggles in through that weird magnetic barrier and actually is on Icon now.
So the rope and the physical things all acted normally.
Yeah, the rope kind of became a thing. Like, it took up its own squares.
So Ventarn is going to take an arrow
Okay.
and, like, drop it.
Alright, so there's this tiny arrow that's now an object in the book plane that you're in.
We're in Kirby's Epic Yarn. It's a Kirby game! Ventarn will pick up the arrow.
Okay. It gets absorbed into your...
He is satisfied that if he shoots somebody with that, it will hit, like the spells do. He guesses, because if it doesn't, that'll suck. And that's about all we got.
Got it.
We've tried an area of effect spell. We have tried a ray spell. We fiddled around with an arrow and a rope.
This place is suitably weird, says Icon.
It most definitely is suitably weird. Let's see. There should be something else to...
Wait. What does incongruous mean?
It's not continuous.
And in relation to time?
Right. So we don't know how fast we're going.
What do you mean?
We might all, like, we could be in the book for a day and have only 2 minutes go by outside the book. Or it could already be millennia outside the book.
What the? I don't know where to be anyways.
It's a really sad thought. Hopefully the book slows things down. Hopefully it is all Swiss cheesy and loopy, and we could find a way to go back to before everything went to shit.
Things have been going to shit for a long time there, bub.
Well, things took a dramatic fall off a cliff into the pile of shitdom. It was sort of, there was this big, like a cliff where shit is down here and less shit is up here. There was a big sort of...
Yeah, but the abyss hasn't swallowed your world yet.
That would be another perilous leap, yes.
Mm-hmm.
He just nods like it's a matter of fact.
Icon,
Yes.
could you cast a restoration spell upon me to give me back my strength?
Most certainly. I want to try to casting it from here, though. he spends 3 rounds casting the spell.
Yeah, basically we want to see what happens.
It then becomes a thing that lands in front of him, this big golden light. And he kind of pushes it forward into you,
Charge.
giving
So
you 4 strength back.
in the book world, spectral hand doesn't exist. Or is spectral hand like a really limpy version of one of the other graspy hand spells?
I'm
Because
not sure exactly
in a
what
way.
you're talking about, but I'm sure it's important. Says Icon with a with a patented Icon smile.
What have we learned? Magic acts funny here. Anything else? We're worried about time. But we don't know what to worry about the time, we just know that we're worried about it. And we think the rune can teleport us away.
The
Well, probably takes us to another page.
benefactor. What's this thing?
That is, we think that teleports.
Why's the bee got a funny thing on the end of it? It's got a little tail. Oh, it's taking a shit.
I know, Nina. B stands for buttocks.
Yeah, you can still sense Nina. Nina's part of you still.
I don't like this. Well, I know you find it fascinating. I don't like it.
It's definitely a distraction.
It's like that necromancer in the academe you didn't like, the one that put rats in the maze and killed them in different spots to see if they learned. Yeah, he was a necromancer. He gave you the creeps.
He was...
Same thing.
We could basically... Yes.
The voice that I'm talking about is the familiar that gets absorbed into Fi's skin. It's like a tattoo familiar. So, yeah, Princess
Right.
Nina. he's an elven wizard with a butterfly tattoo. Feel free to crack all the jokes.
Every story needs a fairy princess.
Sure.
And it's fairy princess Nina.
Well, you are in a storybook, and
Yes.
and the hidden forward has warned you of things.
So we're gonna...
Chase is looking at the funny bee, and it is a funny bee. Linguistics check.
Uh-huh. 102 is wrong. 18 is much better.
Got it. Okay, so you're plus 9, not 93.
Yep.
The language is called Archaic. It's used commonly in a lot of magical tomes, and the letter Phi comes from that same alphabet. It's not a bee. It's like the precursor to bees.
Actually a bee. It's older than a bee. It's like the originator of the bee. It's an old bee.
Yeah, well, it's just kind of there, glowing.
Well,
I think I have to touch it if I want to go through it.
Yeah, there's no way around it.
Fire's gonna step on it.
I guess I didn't draw the ceiling in this place, and you guys were stepping on each other. Okay, so you step above it, and you can just see that there's nothing on the other side. Just the glowing bee.
I try to step down.
Okay, well, you step down into the bee, and then begin to disappear. And then disappear.
Was that a successful test?
The bee is still floating there and kind of rotating, and
Was that a successful test?
Chase jumps into the bee and disappears.
B stands for bullshit.
Is that land?
That's land. And jumps in the fucking bee.
Alright, so he disappears. We cannot leave our friends alone. Icon's the next one to go in. Don't panic! Yells Eldon. Ahmed's going to the washroom or tending to his kids or something like that. Leaving Venterran.
Have a headache.
Alright, Ventarn is the last to discorporate, and I'm going to copy your miniatures in the order in which you disappeared and go to a different map. As you leave behind the Hidden Forward and go to a place called the Hidden Index.
They have an index! Do you know how much effort that would have taken to make an index manually? They did it. They've done it. Humans were doing that for hundreds of years. That job would have sucked.
I don't know, man. So there are people out there that, like, their jobs are to make the buses run on time and like copying. Like, the same people that do Wikipedia entries would have probably been your scribe. Okay. You are in a precarious... it's almost like I guessed who was going to go first. Let me switch these two around. You're in a precarious ledge that goes further down than Icon's light spreads. And you can hear strange, like, rustling of paper, kind of like flapping paper wings in various parts of this area. I think you end up seeing the first one of them. It kind of...
We need to put... Somebody needs a light spell put on them.
Hello?
Torch.
Fig has light. Yeah, oh, Icon has got a light spell on him.
Sorry, guys.
Oh,
Had a
Fire
curse.
also has a light, because Fire has a light on him. Yeah.
Okay.
We
So you
just
can
had
hear
a
the, you can
case
hear this.
of-
There's one below you, and there's one kind of over in this direction.
So our light spells aren't... Maybe it's because they were cast before they...
You notice this thing bumps into the wall, kind of flips around, and then just starts diagonally going down. And this one's coming up, and then bumps against the top of the page or the roof.
Are you
and then-
guys on a different page?
Yes.
Okay.
We're on the hidden index.
Okay.
It looks like some sort of, like, stylized griffin. It actually
nice.
comes up towards all of you. It kind of makes a bit of a squawk, hits the bottom, and then kind of ricochets into the darkness.
So what was that? Is that a light? Light spell?
And you can hear, and then it ricochets again. You can hear them. Perception checks.
I rolled an 11, giving me a total of 24.
Chase is sitting on your head. Lana's moved up. Icon's pushed his light forward a little bit. By the time that Eldon and Ventarran are pushed through the bee. Now there is a slight burned mark on the in the air in front of you, where you came out of, but there is no glowing bee here. like you were deposited in that space and you moved forward as other people were being deposited into that space.
one way. We need to... It's a game of find the bee.
And then the two noises, I think, with your 22s and 25s. Yeah, there are two flying things that are just seemingly diagonally bouncing off of walls. And
How do I acknowledge geometry? Craft geometry?
Actually, out of the way. Move.
okay, Fi, you're on the edge. What did you roll for your perception?
25?
Okay, so
24.
you can see that there is a gap here, and there might be one on the edge of your sight here. And there is a you can only see this far into the room. So there's a large floor platform. Pardon the word in the pun, but yes. Okay. You can hear them. You can hear them. They're down and kind of over from you guys now. Every once in a while, they let a little squawk.
A DC 20 jump check. Do not plummet to your death.
What if you get a bonus from someone throwing you?
You want me to go have a look?
Yeah, but don't get hit by the things.
Okay.
There's little cubbies.
He starts flying.
Is it dark vision, I assume?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I think
How does-
I think I found the edge.
How does blind sense work in this?
You can just sense kind of all around you, except through the ground.
Okay.
The weird platforms go down, and there's a few little. Oh, there they come!
The Chase comes running back as
Is there any marks on the ceiling where the griffins seem to bump into it?
nope.
Do the griffins leave marks where they bump?
No, they just seem to be flapping around. You can hear one flapping. Again, you can't see it. Oh, there it is.
Okay, Alden gets a sling ready.
I guess if we click on Phi, some of you can just see it. It just came down like this. You have a feeling, Phi, it might hit up here again.
Oh, this is getting close. Ventarin. Good, bloop.
Okay, so Phi, you do that weird sort of thing where you hop on top of someone's head.
Glook.
And you walk across their heads.
Glook. Glook.
Hey,
Give me
Okay,
a clear shot.
while you guys are it's got sharp beak and claws, and it's flapping its weird wings. It seems to be made out
Stand
of paper.
on Icon's head. Fi kicks Eldon in the ass. Stand on his head.
It's a weird looking thing.
It squawked at you, but it didn't do anything as it went by.
Knowledge. Weird paper griffin construct.
Give me a knowledge arcana.
Knowledge origami griffin.
Origami Griffin, that's a cool name for it.
16. I dub thee the origami griffin.
You know about griffins, like you were able to identify them. I just made an assumption that your knowledge arcana was high enough. Like
Yeah.
to
I rolled a 2.
Griffin. These are large magical beasts that are basically aerial predators. They're aggressive and territorial in the wild. They are excellent at kind of dive bombing and ripping you to shreds.
Well,
With a 16, yeah, magic beast, there's a good chance that they have dark vision. But these ones are, you're not sure what they're up to.
I
All right.
don't know if we should be attacking the paper things.
If it is not attacking us, then let's just avoid it.
Well, we can avoid it fairly easily here. I just don't think we can avoid it out there.
It may not be attacking us because